Entering Accessibility tab, menu narration option is set to off is selected. Subtitle accessibility option to toggle menu narration. Audio is only available when connected to the servers.
Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Guys?
All right, Holly. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wildcats offense comes onto the field first today. C.J. Baxter. Both these teams love to keep it on the ground, and they have guys who can carry the load.
It's so much fun when you watch games like this. In college football today, it's about tempo and spreading out and air raid and throwing it. These two top 25 teams pride themselves on being physical offensively and running the ball. We've got two of the better running backs in the entire country facing off today. This thing isn't going to be necessarily the sexiest matchup. This is old school. This is handing the football off and finding out which of these two running backs can win the day and make the most plays.
They'll ride him again. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Aggies offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here are the guys who make it go. Just an outstanding offensive line.
Hey, man, those big boys up front, man, they're the foundation of this unit, right? Like, they control everything. You have a great quarterback back there, and that's awesome. And we're going to talk about him throughout the game. But the guys up front, man, the ability to be physical and keep him clean and keep him protected where he can do his work is the reason why this team is successful, Jesse. I bet you wish you had a line like that.
No question about it. And this defense, they've got their work cut out for them because they know they somehow, some way have got to be able to get home to the quarterback and try and affect him. But that is easier said than done against this offensive line. They play as a cohesive unit. You don't see a lot of mental assignment errors. You don't see a lot of busts up front. They're able to keep this quarterback standing up. If they can do that today, it's going to be a long one for this defense.
On the run, it's Hawkins. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting 4-star defensive linemen, gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And this is exactly what you want to see from this offense. The defense forced a turnover, put you in a great position. Now, put a few first downs together. Ultimate goal is to capitalize on it, punch it in the end zone. But nice job moving the football little by little, trying to get this touchdown.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Here's Reed to throw. They're all over it. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Looking for the first down, Texas A&M lines up on 4th. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Touchdown, Texas A&M. A great catch and run for 6. When they have something to cheer about here, this Kyle Field crowd is the most choreographed group in all of college football.
They've got so many chants and cheers that I had no clue about Reese until we visited, and you see it's choreographed, it's perfect together. And how about this choreographed start? Exactly how they drew it up early, getting this place going bananas.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Off-play action. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And this guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Back to throw, it's long. Rush is on, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Swings it out to the flat.
And that's just not the start they envisioned for this football game. First possession, you got a punt. Second possession now, 4th and short. I'm interested. Do they push the gas pedal and be aggressive because it has been a slow start and they haven't gotten things going? And do they try to force it here?
The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Throwing Reed. On the move. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And I'd like to see the receivers do a better job fighting to get open on that scramble play. The quarterback's flushed out. He's working to his left. You now need to break the route off. You got to run with him. Someone's got to go down the boundary. Someone's got to come back to the quarterback and give him a place to go with the ball.
Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Reed buys time to his left. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Down 7-0, and they'll have a chance to match the score on this drive. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best. Far, and this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down. Kentucky will be forced to punt.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That returner is literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and caught it.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm. Man, this guy is so dangerous running it, and the speed can also help him extend the play to hurt you throwing it, David. As a defense, what do you got to do to keep this guy in the pocket?
Well, the hard part is once he gets outside the pocket, you have to play the second play. The first play, everybody had a route to run, but the second play, it's the scramble. And receiver's going to break and cut and do something different. So,
caught, and he's got room. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Reed. Here comes the heat. And he never had a chance.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Wildcat sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to get more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Hand off for Baxter. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Sells the run, looking to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. In the backfield, it's Ferguson. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Back to throw. It's long. Fires to the wideout. What a play by this defense.
Really tough on an offense. 3rd and long. It's tough to know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football, trying to get that 1st down. He does there. And that's why he creates the turnover.
From the gun, it's Hawkins. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Just plowing ahead. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a 1st down for this offense. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They go to the counter. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Here's Reed to throw. Flush to the left. He'll pull it down. Across the 15. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. A&M comes back out with another 1st down. Making the adjustment. From the red zone, looking for a space. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Straight ahead, it's Owens. Touchdown, Aggie! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This has been an outstanding job by this football team in the middle 8, right? The last 4 minutes of the first half, they score a touchdown, and here in the first 4 minutes of the second half, they score another. They've changed the scoreboard. They've changed the momentum. Their confidence right now is very, very high. But this is one of those areas, situationally in a game, coaches are always harping on, and they have executed perfectly.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, down here on the Kentucky sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up with the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Drops back. It's long. He's got his man across the middle. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Kentucky spends its 2nd timeout here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. 2nd down to the air. Under pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We start with Arizona taking on the number 13 team, the Colorado Buffaloes.
Kentucky will boot it deep to get the 2nd half underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Edwards. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they build the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Looking for a crease, it's Hawkins. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They want to run it left here. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first down. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice third down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it third and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll ride him out of bounds. That's a good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line. And the Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff. And
here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
That's a massive play by the defense. They were not fooled. 2nd and inches. They thought pass was a possibility. They get the sack, and now they force the offense in a 3rd and long situation.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Throwing Reed. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great, but I think this offense can...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Texas A&M. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And he added the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David. They've got...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
You could just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job, man. You got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. You got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
What a heads-up play by the defensive end that time. He saw the ball thrown out to the right-hand side, and he just stopped his pass rush and rallied to the football and made the stop and gets 2 points.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking for room. It's Owens. all over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The give. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
In the gun, 3rd down, Reed. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Look out! Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
He stopped just short of his own 20-yard line, but it is enough for the first down. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. They're going to ride this running back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Reed, still looking to his right. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession.
The defense is obviously trailing by a lot here in the second half. They need something big to happen to get back in this one. Turnovers is the key. They were almost able to get one right there. Nice job knocking it out. The offense very lucky it rolled out of bounds.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting...
Makes a grab and room to run. 30-plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. The Aggies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Rolls right. Lets it fly. Out wide right, it's Bussey. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
But when you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the back. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Long way to go on 2nd down. Quarterback keep. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Nice job by this defense stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
To throw, it's long. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Fields the punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, and this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W into the locker room.
Keeping his eyes downfield. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Making the adjustment on the play. On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Trying to escape and get it himself. There he goes. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Reed. Oh, pressure's coming. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their 1st. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Give to the running back. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
Right side, it's Bussey. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. One more play to pad the stats. They'll run the counter. And the final play is just a short gain, and we're at the end of the game. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations.